Okay, so we are at the Rosa Suarez and Cabral boatyard here in Parchal, Portugal. Skarp is much higher than normal, but this is where I've been living my life recently. So, lovely view of the river, lovely no protection from any of the wind on the river, and it has been switching between sunny and torrential downpour for the last like 4 days, so that is super handy. So have yet to start on the caulking for the port side of Skarp, but starboard side is, I would say, over halfway done. Little sail cart that has to be tied down because blocking the wind also makes her move quite a bit, but you can see all of the awesome progress on the caulking that's being done. So chuffed with that. Big boy lift for all of the much larger boats they're pulling out. Always a treat to see that working. And then there's a couple other working yards here as well. Some of them belong to the marina and some of them are private. So one of the reasons why I chose this yard was because they seem to be the ones that service all of the wooden boats here. So a bunch of really cool, very different types. Cool schooner here. Looks like she's seen better days and maybe not much work going on now, but lots of fun older boats. There's a better view of all of Skarp with some menacing clouds blowing in from the west right now, but we will see. One of the wooden tourist boats that just got all of her top sides and some frames replaced. Really weird rig. They've got a boom that folds all the way up as far as I can tell, and there's a couple of them that look like this, and I'm not familiar with that, so let me know if y'all know anything about it. But most of the ones on the side here where I am are getting either minor bottom work done like mine, or people are just living on them. So the couple next to me has been here for almost 3 years, and they said they're leaving soon, but I suspect that's what somebody that's been here for 3 years would also say. Cool big British schooner, the Blue Clipper, that's I think been here for a year or so. They had another, their steel hull, they had another steel catch that was in the yard they were all working on for several months as well, but that I think got launched when I was away. We have this monstrosity that no one can really make any sense of. It is wood, and it looks like I saw some pictures of some super yachts, which this technically is, and built one. After just seeing some pictures, no clue what's going on with this one. Big fiberglass catamaran that is getting some rot repaired and repainted. It was covered in like a vinyl wrap before as well. And then we've got a bunch of really big old fishing boats. Some of them are steel, some of them are wood. Some of them seem to be in the process of being salvaged, some of them maybe not. Can't actually walk around the yard where a bunch of the cool boys are today because they are closed. It is Easter, but for myself I figured this would be a good time to walk around talking to a phone and not feel like an idiot in front of all the yard workers. So it is what it is. Yeah, some more big ol' steel fishing boats. At least this one is. Maybe this was like cargo or something back in the day. I'm not sure. Seems like a pretty sound hull though. All of these do. Wooden fishing boats. This one's in real great shape. They just repainted it. And then there's a couple that were here previously that have now gone, unfortunately, including a beautiful double ender. They used to be here with another one of these weird rigs. But this had a lot of carpentry done too recently. As far as I can tell, this rig is pretty standard for like traditional coastal guys in Portugal. And then for the rivers here, you can see how shallow that draft is for that crazy beam. This one, I think, has been here the longest of a lot of the ones that I've seen. Yeah, I don't know. Cargo? Light work? But lots of replanking being done here. Oh, maybe there's like a ferry or something. And then here, until a few days ago, was a monstrosity of a tourist, I'll call it a pirate ship, because it looks like what a 3-year-old would draw if you asked them to draw a pirate ship and then they just built it. But that is now back over in service, carting folks around the river and the coast. Here you can see the big run out for the big boy lift, as well as all of the fishing and trapping boats. So some of them are trawlers and some of them just set pots, but there's a lot of different ones that are pretty neat over there. Big, wide, flat bargee boy. I would assume for the rivers as well. Some relatively new additions that look fast and expensive, but there were a bunch more of these huge fancy boys here until very recently as well. You can see that big motor cruiser over there that just came in a few days ago. And there's a lot of these catches that seem very roomy and comfortable and have these like stern window for a great cabin in the back that are neat. Can't get too good a look at it, unfortunately, because everything's closed up, but Mephisto, big giant schooner from Madeira that's been here for a couple years, and I'm not exactly sure what they're doing to her because I never see anybody working. Some kind of racer that's seen better days and unfortunately has been fiberglassed over the wooden hull. I'm not optimistic. And another one of those catches with sort of the elevated afterdeck and the cute little windows. And then sort of in the marina yard, there's a bunch of, different flavors of cruisers, all either aluminum, steel, or glass. There are some really cool aluminum hulled ones though in there that look like they could do some pretty serious work. A word for the least subtle boat name application. Another very clean looking cruising ketch. And a very comfy looking catamaran. So, slightly more of a view of Mephisto in the back there, but that is a big, serious boat. So here you can see the pirate ship I was talking about, as well as a gorgeous little wooden motorboat that has been tied up there for a while, and some weird double-ended water ferry things. I think they launch like kayaks off of? I'm not sure. And then on the ramp you can see all of the other fishing boats. There's Parchal and Ferragudo in the background, and then the rest of the yards here with the clouds that are now much, much closer. This has been Yard Tour with Hayden. Hopefully at least passingly interesting. But boats. Boats, boats, boats. Everything is boats.